The biggest cop out in the world that I hear from the estranged adult child community on this platform is that they don't owe their parents anything. Yes, I'm going to say it. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. You owe your parents for bringing you into this world and keeping you alive. You owe them for the love they gave you, the caring they showed you, and the protection that they afforded you as they sent you on your way to live your life. And yes, you owe them, as the good parents that they were, a seat at your wedding and an opportunity to have a relationship with their grandchildren. If they were good parents to you, yes, you owe them.
Hey, I hate to say it. I'm going to get a lot of hate on this one, but I don't think the kids owe their parents anything. I think this woman is honestly delusional and she's a little bit out of touch. And this is going to be a really harsh take, but I'm kind of looking forward to boomer parents passing. Okay, I feel like their mentality is dated and it's also unfair. Their mentality is very self centered. How self centered do you have to be to think that a child owes you something simply because you did something that you were supposed to do? Your child didn't ask to be here. The reason why your child was brought into this world is because you decided to get your cheeks clapped one night, or if you're a father, you decided to clap some cheeks. 9 months later, your child is here and you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're changing diapers, you're making baby formula, you're getting the kid dressed, brushing their teeth because they can't help themselves, right? You're taking care of everything that they do. You're taking them to school because they can't drive. You're buying them clothes because they can't buy it themselves because they don't have a job, right? You are handling all these responsibilities as a parent to take care of your child. That is what you are supposed to do. Your child isn't suddenly some indentured slave simply because you provided the basics for parenting, right? She's like, oh, yeah, as a parent, we provide you kids with security, love, and care. That's the basics. God, that's it? The way she was talking, you would have thought you were born into the family with a butler and a personal chef. Like, my God, lady. Like, humble yourself. Like, seriously. And you know she's talking about her kids that are around the ages of 30 and 40 years old. And that's in my age bracket, bruh. So you're out here feeling entitled. You're feeling like your kids owe you something when they were born into one of the hardest financial times to ever exist. Okay, we have college graduates trying to pay off their student loan debt. That's $500-600 a month. The average car note's $500-600 a month. The average one-bedroom apartment is $1,200. Daycare is $1,100. God forbid your 30-year-old child, your kid who's an adult now, they try to have a family, they're going to be broke, crippled, and depressed. Half of us are running around on Xanax prescriptions. And you know what? I don't blame them for being on head meds because I'm about to get me some my darn self because it's hard out here. So you put your kids into this hard, difficult, and complex environment of financial turmoil, and you're expecting them to thank you? You're literally patting yourself on the back so hard your shoulder is about to dislocate. Meanwhile, people between the ages of 20 and 40 are struggling to survive, let alone to thrive. We aren't thriving at all. A lot of us don't even think we're going to be able to retire, myself included. I'm going to be doing YouTube until I'm 80. But no, seriously, this is something that a lot of people my age say. Oh, you think you're going to retire? Probably not. How pitiful is that? A lot of people aren't able to get homes. We can't even afford the down payment. But old Miss Boomer over here, Miss Shirley, you were able to have 5 kids by the age of 25 with a house. You were able to stay at home while your husband worked in the mill. You have no idea what it's like to operate as a young adult in the year 2025. It is literal hell out here. People are struggling, people are frustrated, and a lot of us are hopeless. You have people that aren't even trying anymore. They've just given up. Let's not even get started on the wars that are going on right now in 2025. Modern day warfare has changed completely. She looks like she's in between the age of 65 and probably 72, And so back in her day, you fought wars, with pew-pews and bombers and planes, Nowadays, They're not using any of that in our military warfare. They're using straight up drones. And in today's battlefield, you're either one or two people: the guy with the controller in his hand operating the drone, or you're the guy on the ground running for his life. Times have changed, man. Times have changed. Things are much more complex. Our society is much more complicated. And I just wish that she had a better point of view on what it's like to be 30 years old in the year 2025. This generation got a lot of blessings that we will never get, unfortunately. You know, they were able to buy houses at affordable prices. They were able to pay their house off pretty quickly. Paying a vehicle off in all cash wasn't rare or unheard of. Paying for your college as you go was perfectly normal in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and even the early 90s. Those days are long gone. For example, $100,000 in the 90s is the equivalent of $209,000 in 2025. Let's put that into perspective. I don't think that many people, including her, realize this. So for you to say, oh, your kids should be grateful, you deserve a table at their wedding, and you deserve a shout out, and you should be praised, and you deserve all of your flowers. What if the groom or the bride doesn't like you, right? What if you guys don't get along? What if you don't get along with your kid, right? Do you still deserve a seat at the wedding table? Do you deserve all of this recognition, validation, and appreciation if you just did the bare minimum? I don't think so, okay? I don't think our kids owe us anything. And I'm saying this from experience. I know you guys see the decorations behind me. You know, my son's 4th birthday was not too long ago. Feel free to shout out happy birthday in the comments. I'll be sure to read them to him, and I'm sure he would love that, and it would make him very happy. But moving on, I'm talking from my own personal experience. My son owes me nothing. Maybe the only thing that my son would owe me is Sunday afternoons and a few beers. I need him to watch the Steeler game with me. I need somebody to watch football with me. Watch football with your old man, son. That's all I ask. That's all you owe me. But outside of that, he doesn't owe me anything. I love football. I love spending time with my son. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. My son and NFL football combined is like heaven on earth, But yeah, man, this is just my personal opinion, bro. Put the babies first. Stop being so selfish. I'm tired of these boomers that are out of touch talking crap and trash talking online. It's unfortunate. The crazy part is I don't think they will be able to survive in our era, right? If they were born in the late 90s or the early 2000s and they were forced to figure it out in 2025, I don't think they would make it. They wouldn't have houses for $50,000, $60,000. They wouldn't have gas at $1 per gallon. They wouldn't have college tuition at $20,000 for all 4 years. All of the struggles that we have to go through in the year 2025 are completely non-existent in the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s. Like, they just don't understand, which is totally fine. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. To any new parents out there, keep doing your thing. To any people that are my age, that are 30 and up, please understand that your parents are coming from a limited point of view. They only know their perspective, and they have no idea what it's like to be 30 or 40 in the year 2025. It's a totally different ball game for us, and they can't see it our way because they'll never have to. They already have their house. They've already retired. They already have their pensions and their savings accounts and their high yield savings accounts stocked up and plentiful, right? They just don't get how hard it is in the year 2025. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully this was a good video. I did put a lot of effort into it, so please hit the like button. Please hit the sub button. If you guys have any other recommendations on content that I should do, I'm always open-minded and love to make videos based on the recommendations of my viewers. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
The biggest cop-out in the world that I hear from the estranged adult child community on this platform is that they don't owe their parents anything. Yes, I'm going to say it. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. You owe your parents for bringing you into this world and keeping you alive. You owe them for the love they gave you, the caring they showed you, and the protection that they afforded you as they sent you on your way to live your life. And yes, you owe them as the good parents that they were, a seat at your wedding and an opportunity to have a relationship with their grandchildren. If they were good parents to you, yes, you owe them.